angry guy here, and women are destroying the lives of men. Women are destroying the lives of men. Today we're going to be watching a video of Boogie2988, and he's going to be doing an audit. So Boogie was previously married. He lost about half of all of his money in his divorce, and then he's lost another bunch of money spending that over the last several years on evening delights, as Mayumi likes to call them, or ladies of the night. So we're going to be jumping into this. They're going to be doing an audit on him, audit in terms of his financial history. He's been in extreme financial problems recently. There's actually a documentary that came out on him. We're going to watch it and we're going to go through it. This is going to be so much fun.
Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 coming at you live again through the power of the internet. I am an old school YouTuber that was like one of the first to the market, going back all the way to 2006 is when I started my YouTube channel.
Where are you based out of these days?
I'm living in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is where I've been for 25 years.
So it makes like, so you didn't do the standard like, oh, things are starting to work in YouTube, let's move to LA. Or I know that was a huge thing a few years ago.
I was really tempted to, but as I said back at the time, I was LA poor, Arkansas rich. Now that's changed a lot because Northwest Arkansas has the University of Arkansas, go Razorbacks. We have the home offices of Walmart. And Walmart did this really smart thing where they told every business, if you want to sell at Walmart, you have to open an office in Northwest Arkansas. So there's like 2,000 offices, small businesses built. We're the home of Tyson Foods. So if you're eating chicken in America, you're probably sending that money back home to us. And we're the home of JB Hunt, one of the largest trucking companies. And because all of those companies are there, including the Razorback games and all of this other stuff, you have the Walmart children, the Children's of Sam Walton spending money on the area. It's become a really expensive area to live in, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that's the home of all that. But sadly, to be blunt, you're kind of the home of, I think, what every YouTuber fears, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The decline. Right. I think you went from, if I'm not mistaken, millionaire, correct? Technical millionaire.
I was close. I was really, really close. At one point I had, and I mean like for 2 days, when I say close, for 2 days, I had about $780,000-$800,000 in crypto. Went to bed one night and it was worth half that when I woke up.
What were you in?
So here's my biggest regret. I originally invested in Ethereum. And this was based on a few friends becoming Ethereum millionaires. And I had like an initial investment of about $200,000. I put it in and then it fell for the first time. Yeah. Like 200,000 went down to like 80. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't really need the money right now. I'm making money. I can live off of
How
that.
much are you making?
10 to 15,000, I think.
A month?
Yeah, in a month, right?
Incredible, yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, incredible wealth. More than you could ever hope to spend, right?
Yeah.
And eventually that crypto went up to past my investment point, got close. If I held on to my Ethereum right now, if I had never needed to dip into it and I had not gambled on stupid altcoins, I probably have about 1.5 million in Ethereum right now.
Even still, like I don't even, okay. What year was that? What year was that?
The initial investment happened in 2019. No, 2019. Yeah.
Okay. How much did you put into Ethereum?
200,000.
200,000 in 2000.
The initial investment was in 2018. Okay. And then the first market crash.
2018. Let's say you put it at the beginning. S&P 500 was worth 271. Now it's worth 458. It would have almost doubled. Almost doubled. To
if I put in like traditional stocks or traditional.
Just the S&P 500, just following the market in general.
Yep.
Was there not a single person surrounding you? Was there not a single person just in your YouTube circle, in the family circle, who's like, dude,
I had the opposite.
You're making money.
I had the opposite. I had people telling me, you should invest in crypto. Everybody I knew was
everyone
investing.
you knew.
All of my YouTuber friends, McJuggernuggets kid behind the camera, all these people.
Okay.
They're like, look, I've made millions from crypto. I've made millions from crypto. Nobody was telling me that it was too late in the game. Nobody was telling me that I bought Ethereum at $30 and now you're going to buy it at 280.
It wasn't even too late in the game. It's just like crypto's a gamble.
Yeah.
It's a straight up a gamble. It's like, I hardly consider it in investment versus like traditional. Okay.
Just to be clear, the investment was absolutely worth it. The problem is that even if you're dealing with the stock market, you can't just treat the stock market like a piggy bank where you're going to take money out as soon as you're running out of cash. You need to balance your finances out as a man. So what your investments are long-term investments. This nonsense in the United States where you put some money in the bank, you put some money into an investment, and you're like, okay, 3 months later, I'm going to take it out. It's crazy. I remember watching an episode of King of Queens years ago, and they had started investing in the stock market, and they referred to themselves like as long-term investors. We're going to be in this for 6 months. Like, that's a long-term investor in America now. Like, oh, 6 months. Yeah, that's long-term investing. Like, that's insane. You know, the philosophy of Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors ever, is invest when everyone is selling and sell when everyone is buying. It's a genius. It's a genius concept. Basically, when everything is going well, that's when you should be selling, and when everything is going bad, that's when you should be buying, because the prices are going to be highest when everything is going well, and the prices are going to be their lowest when everything is going bad. And by understanding the markets and your investments, you can understand, hey, this is a good investment. The only reason why it's dipping substantially in the value right now is because all of these irresponsible people that treated the stock market as a piggy bank are now taking their money out. So you're going to be able to purchase this stock at a very good rate. And you have to understand that. And that also happens in the crypto markets as well. I do have some crypto courses for you guys, because a lot of people don't understand, like, every year, almost every year, right around January, February, the crypto markets will typically dip. And people will say, what's going on? Why are the markets going down? Why am I losing money? And there's a number of reasons. There are global conflicts that can affect it, but also typically during January, that's right around Chinese New Year. And that was something that used to affect the crypto markets, because people would take money out of the crypto markets during that Chinese New Year to go and buy things for family, buy gifts. That was something that actually happened, and that resulted in the markets dipping. And of course, things change over time, but a lot of people don't understand how crypto works, how the markets work, and there's similar things with the stock markets. So people don't realize that when you invest, that's a long-term investment. If Boogie had kept his investment in there, that was $30 a coin. He got in at the perfect time. $30 a coin. Ethereum is like, one Ethereum is worth a ton at this moment. Like, if I look it up, because he put $200,000 in there. How much is one Ethereum worth right now? Okay, so one Ethereum is worth, as of December 26, 2023, $2,273. That's how much one Ethereum is worth. Okay? That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And he put $200,000 in Ethereum, and he got it at $30 a piece. So he purchased about 6,666 Ethereums. Okay, that's a funny number. And now one Ethereum is worth, this is crazy, $2,273. So let's go ahead and check that math. $2,273. This is mad. Maybe I missed it somewhere, because that sounds like that would have been worth like $15 million. If he purchased it, if he got in at $30 a piece, and now one coin is over $2,000, that's $15 million. Let me check. Let's see. What was one Ethereum worth in 2019? It sounds kind of low, yeah, because that number doesn't make sense. It ranged from $102 to $361. That looks more normal because he said $30 a piece. Yeah, so let's say he got in at let's say he got in at 361. That's a much more, let's say 361, that's at the higher end. So if he got into Ethereum at 361, that would be the absolute maximum. Then things would be different. That would work out to 554 Ethereums. So 554 Ethereums, and then we'll multiply that by the 2,000. How much was it? $2,273, I think it was. Yeah, so $2,273. So that would be worth today 1.2 million. So $1,259,000. So he made an excellent investment. The problem is that he was trying to live off it. If he had not messed around, if he had not fallen into it, he should never have touched his Ethereum. He should never have touched his crypto investments. He would be a crypto millionaire right now. And not only would he be a crypto millionaire right now, but he'd also be in a much better place. I mean, he wouldn't have these issues.
So, I mean, not to make any excuses, but keep in mind, I didn't come from money. I'm the son of a coal miner, right? And so no one in my life was ever trying to teach me what to do with money or how to do it with money. So somebody comes along and they're like, look, I took my initial million and I turned it into 20 million. Yeah. You should do that too.
That's why I'm excited about this conversation. Yeah. Usually on the show, I just meet with random people who are either part of the audience or they're off the street, and I just help them through the situations. You're an interesting case here because you follow the case of the professional athlete, the actor, the YouTuber. Yep. Boom, lots of money comes in. We put it here, we put it there, we just spend it, it just goes crazy. Then we end up broke. It's a traditional story. And that's why I'm so excited to have this conversation is because you just followed that path. I mean, what would you say you're worth today in total? The equity in your house is what's carrying you.
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah. My bottom line comes down to if and when I need to sell my house, I'll have a nest egg of probably $300,000 that I can hopefully invest smartly this time and live off of the dividends. I would like to think I wouldn't screw up a second time. I wouldn't buy crypto a second time.
But what next? Would you say you've become educated on personal finance? Essentially,
I at least know not to do that. And I think the other
there's a lot more not to do.
I think the other thing to do is hire a professional.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Get that financial advisor in your corner. Yeah. That is like the key. Okay. Well, okay. So I just want to start with the basic things for where we are today. YouTube ad revenue. That's the big boy. That's what's bringing in the primary cash monies right now.
And I showed you my numbers. I made about $44,000 in the last year,
which gives us $3,724 a month on average. But we know a lot of that has to do with
huge spike came from this latest documentary, right?
Okay, the documentary linked below. Mike's awesome,
and that spike absolutely will not be sustainable. Now I have a few other projects. I got a great podcast in the works called the Lolcow Podcast. We just made our 5th episode. It's profitable. I think that's going to be an income bring-in. That's easily going to bring in probably $2,000 a month, I think, within the next 6 months. So that's going to be a nice lifeline. My YouTube numbers, I think, are going to settle at probably $3,000 a month. But if you look at my finances, if we've gotten into them, to be comfortable, $2,100 mortgage, $800 a month health insurance, utilities, bills, everything. I need about $7,000 a month to maintain my existing lifestyle, which I just don't think we can do.
Oh, trust me, we will get there. Yeah. Patreon, honestly, what's even the point? It's $122 a month.
I never. Are
you doing anything?
No, I never.
On there?
No, I never promote it.
See, okay. To diversify some of the income stream here, we launched a Patreon. We did a budgeting program, but we didn't just do them as cash grabs. We actually thought of them as potential future business avenues. And the way that we did them is we put way more value into them than what we were charging.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And so my Patreon,
if you go and read it, it originally said, this is an AdSense forgiveness Patreon. If you want to give me $5 a month because you use ad blocker, please do. And that was all. I never promoted it. I never pushed it. I never, for the most part. But you have
dedicated fans. You do have dedicated fans. You've gone from almost 4 million subscribers down to, or almost 5 million subscribers down to gonna fall below 4 potentially.
Yeah, it probably will. Probably by the time this airs, honestly, there's a very real chance. Yeah.
With that, like there's clearly people that are still very dedicated boogie heads, and whatever you might call them.
I did ask
I will say that Boogie's channel is making a lot less than it should be. One of the smarter moves for Boogie to do right now would actually be to move over to a new channel, start an entirely new channel, because it doesn't actually matter how many subscribers you have. You can have 5,000, 10,000 subscribers, and depending on your work ethic, you can make $5,000 or even $10,000 a month. From that, there's a woman on YouTube, if you watch vidIQ, she has a channel with like 500 subscribers. I think it was more like 450, and she was pulling in like $500,000 or almost $500,000 a year from just like 500 subscribers. So it really depends on your engagement. That's one thing I really specialize in, learning how to use YouTube and make money on YouTube. And I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. So if you guys are interested in me creating some courses for you guys, I plan on doing that, centered around YouTube and building a business, a brand on YouTube, and making an income on YouTube, because that's one of the best ways you can gain financial freedom and being able to become a passport king, travel the world, and work remotely. There's nothing like being able to do that. There's also a bunch of tax-related things, such as forming your own business, protecting your assets, even being able to reduce your tax liability. These are things I know about because I've been doing it. I've had to learn the hard way how to set these things up, how to do this, who to trust, how to, find someone reliable that's not going to, mislead you when you're starting your business and your brand, and doing this as a cost-effective way. Plus also, not getting carried away and losing tons of money right off the bat, because there's a lot of lawyers involved and they can screw you up. And financial advisors, you have to be careful there as well, because they have their own interest at hand. So I can help you with a lot of that. Let me know how interested you are about getting access to that kind of information, learning how to build your brand on YouTube, start a YouTube channel, finding your niche. And I can get you up and running within probably a couple of months. If you follow my tips, within a couple of months, I can get you monetized very quickly. You can start making a couple $100 right off within probably the first month or two. And within a couple of months, you should be able to make a sustainable income on YouTube. But let me know how interested you are in that. Guys, if you want to check out the full video, I'm going to link it in the description so you can go and watch the full video where Boogie talks about everything and, breaks it down. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.